Deer are in full-blown mating season, and these sweet but dangerous four-legged creatures have a way of colliding into our vehicles while on their pursuit. And Hillsborough, the town that we're standing in, leads New Jersey in deer-related accidents.
Hillsborough Township, where we are right now, is the #1 township for deer collisions in 2017.
Gene Huntington is the lead consultant for Stewart Green, and each winter they study the population of deer through deer density data.
Rutgers just commissioned and published this report that we did, and it's on the Hutchinson Memorial Forest in Somerset County. And our first collection of data last November showed about 150 deer per square mile, which is way over the numbers that scientists and ecologists prefer to see. About 15 to 20 deer per square mile in a healthy density would be good, but we don't have that.
So basically, the more deer we see, the more collisions we should expect. But it also presents a great challenge for our ecosystem.
I love deer, I love the way they look, I photograph them all the time. However, I also love ovenbirds and grouse and other species, and if we don't have that kind of biodiversity out in the forest ecology, then we do not have the habitat that can sustain ground nesting birds. And those ground nesting birds eat ticks, and ticks cause Lyme disease. So it's all connected.
AAA also collects data on animal-related collisions, and that number, too, seems to be rising each year.
And the numbers every year for the past 5 years have been increasing, such that last year we saw the greatest number of animal collisions, and overwhelmingly they are deer.
So what time of year specifically should we be on the lookout?
Oh, it's a time of year that the numbers really increase, the rutting season, like October, November, December, when it's deer mating season, that we see this increase in crashes. That's when the majority of them happens, without a doubt.
And that mixed with the winter weather, you got a real problem.
Yeah, that creates extra complications that when you're out on the road and it's cold and what have you, and unfortunately you might have run into bad weather. You know, we start getting below freezing temperatures. We've had that already now.
Robert says that Monmouth County is the #1 county for deer and other animal crashes, but he was able to provide some advice for drivers.
Really, the best advice is to do nothing, because if you swerve to the right, you could go off the road, hit a tree or a pole. You swerve to the left, if you're on a country road like this, you could go into oncoming traffic, have a very serious crash. Even hitting the brakes hard is not recommended, because if you do hit the animal, that will promote the animal rolling up the hood and through the windshield. Remember a serious crash upstate New York a couple of years ago where that happened. The animal rolled up the hood through the windshield and kicked the driver to death.
And the rule of thumb:
I used to teach my kids when they'd go drive, if you see one deer, there could be more. And one of my kids said, yeah, if there's none, there could be some, which just means there's deer all over the place in this state.
Mating deer are most active at dawn and dusk, and now with the sun going down much earlier, this makes for a significantly dangerous time to commute. Reporting from Hillsborough for New Jersey News Network, I'm Kimberly Kravitz.